Bringing life into the world is such an awesome experience, but it literally validates the point. No pain, no gain. Oh my, guys. If you want to know what to expect, really expect during labor and delivery, here is where you want to be. I'm going to share my 27-hour-long labor story. And I don't share it to instill fear or anything like that. I just want to share it to just show the world how strong women are, how valuable we are, and how much respect we deserve. And I just want to disclaim that everyone's story is different and labor situations are different, but this is just mine. So here goes. So labor begins at about 9 p.m. It was a Friday and I'd already reached 40 weeks, so I was very expectant. So I tell my husband I'm feeling some pains. Like sometimes you get false labor, like Braxton Hicks, and you think they're the ones, but this time they were the real ones because they were a bit sharp. And I was like, this is the time. So I'm like, should we wait and go tomorrow morning or should we go now? But many people have been telling us, don't go to the hospital early. When you go early, you spend a lot of time there, a lot of pressure, and things like that. So we're like, let's sleep it out. Let's sleep and go tomorrow. So I just called my mom to just give her heads up because she'd be with me in hospital. So I wanted to tell her like, yeah, labor started. We shall go tomorrow. So I tell her, she's like, tomorrow? Why tomorrow? Labor started. We go now. Of course, like your first time mom, like you can't be risking and things like that. So we're like, okay, now let's go. So we begin to prepare and things like that. As a first time mom, there's a bit of anxiety. You don't know what to expect. You're not sure, but you're like, yeah, we're going. So we go. We took a bit long, so we reached the hospital at about 1 a.m. My mom had already been there. She'd come with my brother, my dad. Wow. So we went to the hospital. I'd been feeling some pain, so I felt like I think I'll be like at 5 centimeters or something. So the doctor checks me. So my gyne was not on site. There was another, just a normal doctor who was there, and he had to check me. Guys, the checking, first of all, I just want to let you know and give you a heads up that the checking of the centimeters is quite something. Like the guy has to put, his fingers to check how many centimeters. So to give birth, you need to be about 10 centimeters, which is about, like you need the cervix to be this dilated. And I was like at 2, like literally almost nothing. So the guy tells me, you're just at 2 centimeters, you've literally just started labor. So, but by 8 a.m. the next day, tomorrow, you would have given birth. I was like, wow, wow. So we go, we check in, they give us a room, and I start. So I begin to walk. The whole night I was walking, I was dancing. I'm going to show you a video where I'm dancing. I'm waiting. The pains are there, but not as much. And the doctor told me, like, walk around so that you increase a lot of pressure. It helps to dilate the cervix even faster, to help the baby go down even more. Wow, I walked, I danced. I even told my mom, is this labor? Yeah, if this is labor, I knew I had this. The pains, they were manageable, like I was strong. Like I've mentioned before, I'm a chiga, so I feel like I have a high tolerance to pain, So I thought, yeah. So the night goes on, you hardly sleep because you try to sleep, the pain is... Anyway, morning reaches, the doctor comes like at about 9, and I'm thinking, it's time to push. The guy checks, you guys, I was like at 3 centimeters, like the whole night. Now that pain doesn't make you cry, but knowing that all the hard work you've done has literally done nothing is what almost made me cry. I was like, you've done everything, what? So they give me black tea with a lot of tea bags, like conch black tea. It helps with the pain or something. It just helps with something. So I take tea, continue. Now the pains begin to... It was strong. Now the dancing had stopped because there was no more dancing, my friend. There was no... It was serious business. They were rubbing my back, rubbing my shoulders rubbing everywhere to just help me feel a little better. Oh my God. Now, funny enough, like someone in the family had told people already that, hey, Lisa went to hospital like yesterday. So people began to come in thinking like, I think now I've already given birth. And it began to come. Like people were coming, you know. And they were finding me, I'm still in the process. Like I'm not even about. So they rubbed my back, people were there supporting me. Wow. The pain increased. So at about midday, you guys, midday now, I was still like at 4 centimeters. You guys, the pain was too much. I couldn't talk. I was just like, Anyway, to cut the long story like a bit, my real guy now comes in and he's like, 4 centimeters since yesterday. No, if by 4 p.m. nothing has happened, we'll have to induce you. You guys, I was like, no. I kept walking, I kept trying, I was pushing on. 4 p.m. reached, and you guys, I was still like, I think at a 4.5. They had to just take me in and, you know, give me a shot. Like they induce you, they put you like on a drip or something to just make the contractions come even faster. You guys, when they induce you, like, you know, normal contractions, like they come and then give you like a few seconds to breathe and then they come back. Inducing, it's pain. No break, no stopping. Oh my God, it was terrible. I was in pain. I was in so much pain. Now remember, people had already started coming in. Then some would come. I remember there's someone who touched my hair, like trying to comfort me. I was like, get you on me. I was, you know. Now remember all that tea that I had been drinking? It starts to bite me. So I need to pee. I need to go to the loo and pee. Remember, there's so much pain going on. But for some reason, by the way, for both my children, every time I'm giving birth, my bladder just shuts down. It refuses to release the pee. It jams. You're trying to walk, to go to the loo, you go to the loo, you can't even sit, you can't even, but the pee jams. So they had to put a catheter. Let's just take a moment of silence for the pain to put a catheter. It was too much. Remember, there's so much going on. The midwife keeps coming in to check. Let's check how many centimeters. And I'm like, the guy already checked me like a few minutes ago. Why are you checking? Like, it's painful. Checking is painful. The labor pains are painful. And now they have to put a catheter to release the urine because now the bladder was so full. It was actually bulging. There is the bulge of the baby, but there's another bulge of pee that is just refusing to come out. So I wouldn't want this on anyone. No. So they put it in, then all the pee just comes out, and then I feel a bit of relief from that pee. But remember, all the other pains are still going on. And I'm like, I'm not taking tea anymore. But they're like, no, you need to take the tea to help you. Generally. So the whole drip gets done. And I'm now still like at 7 centimeters or something. You guys, things are not working. They had to put a second drip. Oh my God. So it reached a time, now it's evening, like 6 p.m, like 7 p.m, around there. All the midwives and doctors are going to have supper. So right now it's just me and my husband in the room, in the labor room. And he's holding me. Meanwhile, I've been down. They've told me, no, you need to sit up to help with gravity so the baby can, come a bit. So I'm sitting. But meanwhile, I'm dizzy. I'm like, I'm holding my husband. I'm like, I'm dying. I can't do this anymore. I'm dying. It's like, no, you're not dying. You're not dying. So I'm like, no, I'm going. Now he wants to go call the midwives or the doctor to come. But then he's holding me because I'm literally about to fall because I felt like life was leaving me, you guys. The pain was too much. So he's like, what do I do? So he's like, no, don't fall. Then he just runs out and shouts, doctor! Like, But remember, I had a whole lot of people like waiting outside. So my aunties were there, my mom was there, my brothers were there. So when he just runs to shout and then quickly comes back, they thought the baby had actually come, So they thought the baby had come, so they begin to prepare. Yet I was actually just calling someone to just come and help me. So he calls the midwife, and then the midwife comes in to help. So they try to hold me, and they're like, no, don't die, like you know, it's okay, calm down. So they hold me and they lie me down again to check the centimeters. My God, you guys, I almost wanted to kill that midwife. And you see, midwives are a bit rude. So when I was telling her that they've already checked me, no, she's like, do you want the baby to die? Do you want the baby to die? We have to check the baby. And I'm like, yeah. Anyway, she had to check. I mean, they had to check the status of the baby at that time. So anyway, finally, I begin to feel something coming. Like, you know, you feel like you want to push, something is coming. You're like, I feel something. You're like, I think you're ready. So, oh my God, the worst part of it all, I had to get off the bed. They're telling me, okay, come to the to the delivery room. Okay, you're in labor here. The delivery room is like a few, like other rooms like on the other side. So you have to get off. They don't even give you a wheelchair. You have to get off the bed, walk. Remember something, you feel like something is falling. So you're like waddling a bit like a duck. And then you have to go to the labor, the delivery room. To make it worse, now you have to climb the bed of the... I was like, what is this? Can't they like lift me or something? But no, you have to climb up. And then, you know, start to push. So the guy is like, all right, so you're now ready. Now, I want you to only push when you feel the contraction. So like, you only have to push when the contraction comes. That's when you actually push. Otherwise, if you just push, you know, just like that, you can easily tear, like you can rupture. So, and the pain is more. I'm holding my husband on this side. I'm squeezing him, and I push. And he's like, push. I'm like, I'm pushing. Oh my God, guys. Wow, I tried to push. I was pushing. I was using all my might, all that chichika power I had in me. I was using it. It was a baby coming. So I keep on. Don't push now. First stop. No, push. I pushed. Then I had him say, "It's coming." But I'm going to prepare. I'm going to cut. You know. So I think the baby's head was a bit big, so you need to just give it a small incision to create more room. Now we cut, but you feel everything. I feel the cut, but then the baby now came. He took it out, but immediately the baby came out. You feel, I've done this. It's over. But was it over? It's not over. They now have to stitch down there. So, but immediately after pushing, I was feeling so cold, like you begin to freeze. I don't know why, but yeah, for my first baby, I felt like I was so cold, so they had to cover me. I was literally shivering. So they cover me to feel a bit better, and you're all like, like it's like you've been fighting battles. So they take the baby away, put the baby on the side. Now the guy is is starting to stitch me. You get it? It took so long. The guy stitched. But I was tired. I remember I told the guy, I'm tired, my legs are tired. Like, you know, you're raising your legs. He's like, even me, I'm tired. I must have been here for long. I'm like, so anyway, they stitch me. The people the other side begin to hear baby. So you hear ululation. So, there were mob guys there. And the guy had said that he had never seen a group of people waiting to see a baby like my time. So they checked the baby, 3.8 kilos, baby was fine. King Emerald Mugisa was birthed, you know. And this was about 11:30, coming to midnight. So literally, I almost went into Sunday. So guys, I was in labor from Friday, generally 27 hours. It was, but I made it through. So just a word of encouragement, if you're going into labor, you will make it through. You know, just rely on the strength of the Lord, because it's only the strength of the Lord that can take us through. So the baby was born and I was stitched. Yeah. And then again I had to walk back to my room. Guys, I just don't understand this walking business. Like, can someone just carry me or put me in a wheelchair? Again, remember, you've been stitched, you're finished, you're tired, like your whole body is in shock. Again, I had to walk to my room. That is my labor story. 27 hours of labor, but I made it. You can also make it. So yeah, that is it. My name is Lisa Kusiima, and as always, I'm here to inspire.